My name is Julia McNabb.
And are you a first-time goer of this gala, or have you gone in previous years?
I am. This is my first time at the Urban League Gala.
And how has it been?
It's been wonderful. Really fantastic event.
So how did you hear about the Urban League?
Well, actually, I work for the United Way, and we support the Urban League in a variety of different endeavors. And we've been very pleased with the work that Urban League leads here in New Orleans, and we're especially excited about their work with children and youth and education reform.
Definitely. So what does the Urban League mean to you?
That's a very difficult question. The Urban League means a variety of things to me. First and foremost, it means empowerment. And it means empowering people to understand what their potential can be. And it means empowering communities through a variety of different avenues. Here in New Orleans, for me, and what's near and dear for me personally, is the empowerment of parents in terms of education reform. It's also working with child care centers. It's working with the parents who attend the child care and the children there. And it's working to help get out the vote and civic participation. And that's huge.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for talking with us.
You're very welcome. Have a great evening. Take care.
Extraordinary. Well, first of all, it was profound in the sense that it's honoring a man as a humanitarian and a great civic leader. That's Don Hubbard. It's like another father figure to me. So it was great in that regard.
And how long have you been a supporter of the Urban League?
All my life, pretty much.
Okay. So do you constantly come to the gala every year, or is this like a tradition for you?
It depends. If I'm in town, and definitely tonight was a special occasion, but I'm definitely been a supporter and also a consultant to the Urban League.
And what does the Urban League mean to you?
Well, it's a continuing fight for economic and social equity, and that's what it means in the sense that it's an organization with a mission that's on a mission of fulfilling the goals and objectives for the democratic society.
Great. Well, thanks so much for talking with us.
All right.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
We're Greta and Winston Burns. We're here because we always have been staunch supporters of the Urban League, and particularly for Don Hubbard. My husband taught Don Hubbard in junior high school, and I worked with his lovely wife for many, many years. So he is definitely dear to us.
So what does the Urban League mean to you?
It means support for the community. They do so many wonderful things, so many aspects. Reach out into the community. They help so many deserving people, and they truly do need support.
Definitely. So you guys are definitely longtime veteran supporters of the Urban League.
We are. Yes, we are.
I'm Margaret Montgomery Short, and in reference to Mr. Don Hubbard, all of my career, he just followed me in terms of always giving me words of encouragement, and always would say, "Little girl, what you doing now?" And I just love him for that. And this is just such an honor to be here tonight.
Definitely. So what does the Urban League mean to you?
The Urban League, to me, and especially now as we work in this rebuild, it is actually our hope to move some things forward in this community. I really like what Nolan is doing and connecting and establishing the kinds of partnerships that's needed to move the city forward. So I'm excited about what I see happening with the Urban League.
And how long have you been a supporter of the Urban League?
Oh, since Clarence Barney.
So it's a long time.
It's a long time, yes, yes, yes. And have watched it evolve. And as Nolan came on last year, heard him in his inaugural address, I guess, and have watched him really try to move some things forward. So we're excited, and I'm really optimistic about what's going to happen in the future.
Well, great. Well, thanks so much for taking time to talk with us.
Herbert.
And Sandra Cade.
Nice to meet you. And how has the gala been so far tonight?
Absolutely marvelous.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm especially pleased that Don Hubbard was honored tonight. I've known him for a long, long time, but I did not know the Don Hubbard that I know now. It was very nice.
Great. And how have you guys been long-time supporters of the Urban League?
Yes, we have.
How long?
12 years.
Longer than you are old.
So a long time.
Years for me, longer for him. Because,
Right.
yeah, maybe, what, 27?
Yeah, right.
And so what does the Urban League mean to you?
Progress. Progress. And especially since Katrina, this city needs a lot of progress.
Definitely.
It does.
Same for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I am Reverend Pat Watson. Nice to meet you. So how has the gala been so far tonight for you?
Oh, it's just wonderful. It's the best thing that's happening in New Orleans tonight, and we've just had such a wonderful time. And I was more than impressed with the person who they honored tonight, Don Hubbard, person well deserving.
Definitely. So have you been a long-time supporter of the Urban League?
Well, not a long-time supporter. I'm a social worker by profession, and I'm also a pastor here in New Orleans. And for years, being a social worker, I've been agencies with Urban League, but I am a member of the Urban League. So just the effort, the mission, and all that they're about just encourages not only people who are in the social work field, but churches alike. We also have a 501c3 agency, which even brings us closer to the mission and effort of the Urban League. So just excited to be here tonight.
And how long have you been a member of the Urban League?
Actually, over the last, I think it's about 2 years, I actually joined, yeah.
Okay, and what does the Urban League mean to you?
Well, I believe when I sat there tonight and listened at the history that I guess as the director mentioned, we're operating in today. I think about, growing up as a kid where there were villages that took care of us. And I see that organization being that wraparound for the community, their purpose and all, just being there to give to those who are in need, such that when they get it, they're able to give back.
I'm John D. Johnson, a former Urban League employee.
Okay, and so you've been a long-time supporter of the Urban League then?
Been a very, very long time supporter of the Urban League. Worked with the Urban League back in the 70s with Paul Beaulieu and Clarence Barney and a number of individuals who were working at the Urban League before I became a state senator.
Okay, so what does the Urban League mean to you?
The Urban League means fairness, equality. It's an organization that is well balanced, knows how to work among the different groups and bring people together. The Urban League is a different kind of civil rights organization that is certainly not limited to fighting for civil rights. And I guess one of the things that I like about the Urban League and have always enjoyed about the Urban League is they know the value of economic development and trying to economically empower those of us who are African Americans and females and people who have been not given the same kinds of opportunities perhaps as the majority population. The Urban League has been perhaps the best organization in this country to fight for those kinds of rights for underprivileged people.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. Nice meeting you.
Certainly.
My name is Ron Bechet.
And you did the art for tonight?
Yes, yes, I made the poster commemorating the 70th year.
And have you been a long-time supporter of the Urban League, or?
Yes, I have. I've always valued the ideals of the Urban League, especially being community-based and obviously building the middle class and building people to come from humble to being able to celebrate what America is supposed to be about, equality.
Definitely. And how about the honoree? Did you have any words for him?
Oh yeah, Mr. Hubbard, inspiration to us all, a mentor to us all. And obviously we all love him and respect what he's done and hopefully he will continue to do so.
Definitely. Well, thanks so much for talking with us.